Well, that's good. So what do you want to know?
So
why are you letting Cantwell cuck cuck you on your own
I
show?
talked about this last night. First off, Cantwell didn't cuck anybody. I let him continue with the calls because I wanted to keep him on the show, and he was looking ridiculous. So this whole idea that, Ralph cooked the Cantwell. No, I wanted to keep him talking so we could keep looking like an idiot. I know you don't know what you're talking about. You never hosted a show like this, but I've had other guests like that where the decision
You're
is
right, I haven't.
you can. No, you haven't, and you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So you can either keep him talking, you can keep getting more material out of him, or you can let him rage quit. My decision was to keep him talking and to keep getting more material out of him, and I think it was the right decision. So,
fair enough. Fair enough.
all right, well that's my take on the Cantwell thing, and I understand, some people are like, well, Ralph just rage at him, just throw him off, which I mean it would have been funny, no doubt, but I thought it would be better to keep him talking. To keep him spurging out. He spurged out at several callers talking about fight me IRL. He did that 3 or 4 times. I thought it was a better strategy to keep him talking, and that's what I did.
Why was Zoom kicked from your Discord? Was that you or was that somebody else?
I don't want anything to do with Zoom, and that's a decision that I made personally. And it's not just the stuff that you've seen in public, and I'll leave it there.
Right.
Well,
Okay.
it's your Discord at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want anything to do with him.
He seems like a weird character to me. I don't blame you, Ralph.
Yeah, and I know people say, "Oh, Ralph, you never saw this coming. You didn't know Zoom was going to come at you." Look, dude, I'm not an idiot. I see a lot of stuff coming, but I decided to just finally not just based on everything you see in public either. I'm just done with him. He can do his own shit. I'm sure he will have, many more accusations to make at me, and I'm sure that'll be his programming for the next however many days. But I'm not really interested in back and forth. Although I do have an idea for a special guest on Monday that might have something to say. About the Zoom question. But we'll see if that comes together.
I'm saying ask about Akira keeps popping up in the chat. Akira?
Yeah, Lord Akira.
Lord Akira.
Yeah, so I guess he got his information posted on 8chan right after me and him had an argument, and they're trying to blame me for that. People like Dispatch, who's actually doxed, subscribers of mine. People like Zoom, who actually doxed Dispatch himself, which, I mean, you can't even make this shit up. Honestly, Dispatch is so desperate. He's so desperate to throw dirt on me. He runs on the stream of the guy who just doxed him last week and called his work and tried to get him fired. That's the level of maniac thinking that we're dealing with here.
Whose idea was it to basically hide what Andy had done in Tennessee? Because it seems like someone has said, let's not talk about it, and then it's kind of been brought to light and it's blown up.
So what is it about the Andy thing? I never said Andy didn't fuck her.
No, it's because Andy has come out and said, I never this, and then he's been caught in a lie, and then it seems like everyone.
So what is the lie exactly?
The lie is that Andy said that he hadn't spoke to her since December, which we found out that was a load of shit. It was all he spoke to her before that. The other lie was that Andy never fucked anyone in Tennessee, and
I don't know that anybody said that. So, I know for a fact I didn't say that.
But it seems to be that for some reason. Everyone are surrounded.
Show me any audio where I'm saying that he didn't fuck anybody. Now I did say, I don't know. I'm not gonna address it or whatever because I'm not a fucking snitch. I mean that's all it comes down to. It's really nobody's concern who he fucked in Knoxville, and so somebody like Coach Red Pill, to come out and spill that. I mean that's little girl shit. That's just something you don't do. So that was my stance on it. I'm just not going to talk about it one way or the other, but I didn't say it did happen. I didn't say it didn't happen. So
a lot of people as well. I'm getting donations and people just messaging, asking about Blood Toker. Who's Blood Toker?
Yeah, that is a complete law. So that's all I'm going to say about that.
Is that someone who apparently you cheated on your wife with? I'm trying to work out from the chat what's going on. I've not even heard this. So.
Oh boy.
I'm going off what
the allegation.
I have no idea. I'm going off what the chat's telling me here. I have no idea. That's
a complete law.
I have no idea where this has come from. Like, this is all fresh to me, seriously. So, like, obviously, we had Andy on the show the other night. Like, you covered slightly on the Kirsten thing, but I don't know what Andy said to you, but when he came on the show the other night, he kind of tried to play it off like, oh, well, we got drunk. I got drunk and talked to her once in December, but aside from that, it was only really at the fight that we've spoken. But from obviously anything that's come out, which Andy hasn't gone, oh, this isn't real and stuff like that. He's had this at least a little bit more of a conversation with her, at least from like October and stuff like that, back to October, and it's just confusing why he's kind of passing this off as if it was like, oh, I spoke to her once drunk and then I just... And I understand he's embarrassed. It's embarrassing from his point of view, and I get that, but it's really weird because we had him on the show and he said this, and then obviously receipts came out to say the contrary, because that's what pissed her off with Andy to an extent. I think she wanted to get a little bit of a e-hole fame to an extent. I think she is like that, but simultaneously, she at least had receipts to back up what she was saying. And it's such a small, from my point of view, it's a small lie, but it's not good to go onto a stream and sit there and bitch about someone for ages when you're just lying.
Not to address it at all, and all this stuff. Honestly, all this stuff, you know, the shit they're saying about blood tucker and all that dumb shit. Like, honestly, I shouldn't be here talking about this stuff. But you guys are talking about me, so yep. I figured I would hop in and address it. But yeah, that's a complete lie. The stuff about me doxing Akira, complete lie. I don't really know what else to say about it other than it's not true. So now, as far as the stuff with Andy, the reason I didn't talk about that is because, you know, I didn't know if he wanted to address it or not. And that was some shit that happened in Knoxville. I'm not going to go and, you know, gossip about a guy that, you know, we he's my friend, first thing. Like, that's not my information to dump.
It's like a bit like, can you sort of agree that Andy fucked up and shouldn't have lied about it? Because Andy was basically has said
it was such a weird lie. He goes on and he's like, oh, she's fat, she's gross, I wish I fucked her because like I just got drunk one night and I think I drunkenly messaged her in December. Well, it's like, dude, there's more messages than that, and it seems there was a bit of a back and forth, like a bit of a kind of friendshipy thing, kind of flirtatious thing going on.
Well, you know, you could look at it and say maybe it'd be better not to address it at all. But you know, look, I don't know. What happened. He talked about it. He decided to kind of make fun of her.
It was public. From my point of view, just like with everything that you've covered in the past, this stuff was already made public anyway. That was like before I even covered it myself. This shit was public. It was all over Twitter. And I understand, like, if you're taking a stance for someone that you see as a friend on the internet, then that's fine. But that's why people say that you kind of troll.
So what responsibility is of mine to come out and dump some gossip?
It's not dumping. It's not dumping gossip. It's speculation. You do this on your show all the time.
Okay,
and it's not even. Bring him on the show then. Bring him on the show. He's your friend. Bring him on the show. Let him say his side of the story. This is my problem: is that Andy really hasn't. And I got him on the show myself, and we had him on for banter rants, and he came on for a second, and he came on for about 40 minutes, and we went through this and asked him the questions, and he was like, "Oh, there might have been a drunken conversation in December," and there's more than that.
Some fat bitch in Knoxville.
Yeah, exactly.
Who the fuck cares?
Exactly.
Okay,
but then he goes online and
he lied about it. Okay, what is this, Bill Clinton? He's not the fucking president of the United States. Nobody gives a fuck.
Maybe he just thought no one.
But he fucked some fat bitch in Knoxville, and he lied about it first. Okay, what are you gonna do? Impeach him? Like, what the fuck? Who gives a fuck?
No, it's just weird that he would just like kind of go one direction with it when she's obviously going to come out and go, well, look at all these fucking DMs. It's stupid shit. It's petty shit. I get it, but I just don't understand why he had to lie about such petty shit. No one's going to sit there and no one's going to have a go at him if he sits there and goes, yeah, we spoke for a while, I fucked her, but, you know, I'm not really into her. I just kind of lined it up so I could fuck something while I was there. Yeah, she was a fatty, I know. Who cares? No one cares. Did you see me having a go about you about
You seem to care an awfully lot, sir.
Because this guy lied about it, Ralph. You came on my fucking show with your cup. No. Listen to me, Ralph. No, Ralph, when you came on my... No, it's on my fucking show. When you came on my fucking show and you wanted to talk about that cup porn shit, you admitted to it, it was done, it was over, done. It's as simple as that. He came on and lied about it. That's the difference, Ralph.
He lied about having sex.
He lied about this communication that he'd had with some bitch.
That's on you.
And pushed it on like she was just some, which she was as well to an extent, just some thought to come over and suck his dick. Which she could at least admit to an extent, but he simultaneously
what is there? There's some DM messages
Yes.
Like, it doesn't. There's no romantic.
And there's Andy coming on, and there's Andy lying. I don't think this has anything against you. I just don't understand why it's just up until now on my show you've not actually addressed this. You've just decided to go past this.
Go past what? He lied about fucking some fat bitch? Who cares? Like, I mean, I read a poll in the chat. Nobody gives a fuck.
Right. Okay.
You're blowing it up. Nobody really cares about this.
No, that's fine. On your show from your poll, yes, I saw that. I've already shown it on my show as well. People seem to not care about it. You went through it and at least covered the Pinecone Gate with, obviously, CRP and with her, but you didn't. And Andy, at least, I got onto my show to talk about this, and that was the thing. He came on and lied on my show. So from my point of view, I'm obviously going to address the fact that he's lied.
Okay, did he lie about any important matters on your show?
Important matters?
Do you feel like this is a very important matter?
No, it's not an important matter at all. I just don't understand why he had to lie about it. That's how simple this is, Ralph.
Maybe he just didn't want to talk about his sex life and get into that. Maybe
it was already public. It was already public.
Well,
something he'd already spoken about this himself live, okay, Ralph. What are you talking about?
Public with sucking, that was public too.
Ralph, if he's talking about his sex life live, then people are going to talk about his sex life live. This was in fact, you said the same thing to Thomas Ellington about his fucking recording of his wife. You made it live, sir. Yes. Andy made it live. Andy made this public. It's out there.
I don't understand. No, I really don't.
Right, okay. Oh, you have an issue speaking there. I don't know why your sound's not coming through. There's a green ring around your head. Oh, no, sorry.
No, I'm still here.
Right, like I say, I
just don't think it's that big an issue.
No, that's fair enough. I mean, you don't have to cover this. That's fine. I'll cover this myself. It's cool.
And that's fine. Take it up, man. You know, it's the Watergate. It's Watergate Part 2.
Well, it's not even Watergate. It's not even Watergate. It's not breaking the case. It's done. Andy's gone to go and do his own thing, doing his reading the room, and you're taking hiatus. And you're going on hiatus. So
Yeah, and I'll be back Monday.
Yeah, that's cool. It'll be good to see you back. People are going to miss you.
Well, I'll be back. So.
Yeah, good to see you live again.
Keep studying. I'm sure you'll.
I think some people. I think some people are going to see it as you troll shielding to an extent. Which I don't care. Which you don't care. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, really, that's the God's honest truth. I don't care.
I can really see both of your sides, guys. Honestly,
that's fair.
But I feel you, Ralph, though, that it kind of feels pointless to even talk about it. It's just some bitch, right?
Well, so I just don't. Okay, he lied. All right, if that's what you're going with, and you feel like he lied, and I mean, he does seem like he did lie, to be honest. But I don't think it's a very important matter in the first place. That's my point.
Which is why I'm confused why he lied about it. I don't know why that's so hard to understand. It's such a pointless thing. If you're going to come on a live show and talk about it.
Maybe he was ashamed about it. Maybe he didn't want to.
I get that, but he'd already said that he was ashamed about fucking her, but then he made a lie on top of being ashamed about fucking her.
Well, maybe he was ashamed that he had some interaction with her in the past. Although I would argue, if you look at the messages, it's not really that. It's kind of a surface level interaction. Like I don't really think it's that deep if you look at the messages.
It's not that deep, Ralph. But he said he didn't speak to her until December. We know that's a lie because he spoke before that. That's what people don't understand. He said he didn't speak to her until December, but he was already talking to her in October, and it was shown that.
Okay, I mean, I'm not even denying any of this. I just don't.
No, I know. I'm just saying that's what people are saying. He's lying about it, but it's already been proven that the surface messages weren't anything. There was nothing there, but he's lying the fact that he didn't talk to her. So
it's just a strange thing to lie about. It's like tomorrow will be a different show. I don't really give a fuck, but today I'm going to go over this stuff, obviously. And this has been for the last couple of days. This whole shit.
I'm just being honest. I don't think it's that big a deal.
What would Andy gain? I mean, really, what does he gain for lying about it? I mean, it seems kind of like a little white lie.
Exactly. I've said this myself. I see it as a little bit of a white lie, but then there's the whole fact that he's gone on live and just been chatting shit about her as if she's just this way, a way inclined that he's decided based on the narrative that he's built, which is she's the one who's shown receipts, not Andy.
So what Zach just said in the streamy chat was saying, it's important that he lied because Zoom used those lies to destroy targets and smeared the thought's reputation to save his.
Yep.
It's hypocritical and shitty.
Yep.
I see. It was used. I didn't know about that. I haven't really kept up with that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, you can. It's your issue. I just don't think it's that big a deal. And if it was somebody else, I wouldn't really think it would be that big a deal. I mean, I'd probably talk about it, especially if they came on and discussed it and was, been untruthful with me or whatever. But I mean, they lied about fucking somebody. It came out that they did. They admitted that they did. They talked about. Well, I guess you're talking more about the conversations they had. So they said they didn't talk to them. It came out that they did, and then they said, "Yeah, I did." So I don't know.
No, but they've not. That's the whole point. And he's just gone dark on this since it's come out. In fact, he was in my chat because I said this yesterday on my show that that I was like, Andy, you've obviously come on the show and said you've not had this conversation with her, and she showed receipts to the otherwise. And he was like, oh, and then he went off on one. He sent me like one DM, and then he was going to go live. Then he didn't go live, and then
Let me ask you this: what would you want him to do exactly?
My advice again, like it's as simple as him just going, yeah, that did happen. I did have messages to that point, and I was wrong to an extent. I've gone on and just lied. It was just a weird fucking lie to do. He was here on the show. We were asking him these questions, and it was just so weird for him to be like, oh, no, and he tried because he stayed with the narrative of, oh no, she's just this start of the internet. It's like, but you've obviously been building a sort of rapport for a few months up until you've actually gone to go and see. Well, not to go and see her. You've gone down for this fight. I'm not saying you've gone to go and see her. And from her point of view, she's gone there with people and stuff like that to go and do this, but you've obviously gone down there with a communication beforehand leading up to this about sharing beds 50-50, this, that, and the other and stuff. It's this is the thing. It's just in the receipts if you want to go and look at it. But he's not acknowledged it. So hopefully he will. Boom, it's done. It's gone. I don't care that much, Ralph. It's just funny. It's just funny to me that it's just he had to come on here and not actually be honest about it.
Statement on all this.
Oh, he could make it in 2 seconds. Yeah. He could do a 5-second statement. Right? Yeah.
I maybe like a throwaway line or something. But
yeah, throwaway line, anything to just to acknowledge the fact that you realize you lied on a show. Yeah.
I don't know. My advice would be just to move on from it if I was advising him, which I haven't on this, but I just don't think it's worth it.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean that's fair too, though. Just little lines. You know what?
Yeah. It's just to acknowledge it. That's all it is, Ralph. It's an acknowledgement of the fact that this has been noticed by not just myself.
Even a fucking tweet saying, yeah, I lied, I shouldn't have, it was a stupid mistake, and we're going to move on. That's it. As long as he admits that he lied and didn't
done.
Need to fucking
it doesn't
lie.
Even. It's just the weirdest thing to lie about. Like that's why it's so confusing to me. She's got receipts backing up that and it's like that's why she's come forward. She was just like, look, I don't know why he's going on like we've not had conversation because we have. That's why it's so weird.
Yeah, you can even say that Andy needs to be a little consistent because this is almost the same exact point he brought up against Sargon that one time. You remember? And he was like, when he thought that Sargon lied. Remember that?
In which regard? I don't.
Consistent. That he was bringing him on the show, and he was trying to tell Sargon that well, you need to not make it seem like. I was lying that you said you were coming on the show. It's just like if he's gonna remain consistent at least in the things that matter on his own streams, I guess he might want.
Yeah, I don't remember that exact what you're talking about there exactly.
It's pretty old. Sargon was gonna come on his YouTube channel.
I remember when he brought Sargon on and kicked him. And then I think he had Sargon on once before that.
That was a joke.
Yeah.
No, this was a long time ago, and then Sargon was going around saying that no, he was never going to go on Andy's podcast, or that Andy had never once contacted him or anything. And then Andy was like, "That's absolutely not true." We had everything set up, and it was just a big huff at the time. And he really wanted Sargon to tell everybody that it did go down this one way through the receipts.
But Ralph, I said,
honestly, I'm being real. I don't remember the whole details of.
But Ralph, honestly, I have no issue against you. I have no issue against fucking against Andy. My only issue with Andy, like I've said to him, and I said this on my live stream, he was watching yesterday and stuff like that, and he I'll wait to hopefully hear from him or something like that. It's just. That's it. It's like it's in any other way where it's like, well, obviously he came live on the show and he said this, and I've gone live and I've gone, well, obviously from the stuff that's come out and these all the receipts that are being dropped and stuff like that, this seems to be against what Andy's saying, and it was. That's the whole point.
Look, I can't speak for Andy Worski.
No, I totally understand that. I totally understand that.
Yeah,
That's my problem with it.
Now, what I will say is, I could imagine being tired of speaking about these issues, because a good portion of my audience is tired of it. I'm personally tired of it, which is one reason among a couple. My internet's still down. I'm talking to you on my phone hotspot right now. I'm not sure how well that would work for streaming. So my internet's still down. Verizon's coming out just mysteriously 30 minutes before my show yesterday. My internet went down. I'm not sure what happened there, but people can speculate, of course. But Verizon's coming out to fix that tomorrow. And I'm just like, I don't know. I'm kind of tired of talking about this shit. And it's been Knoxville almost every single day since the end of Knoxville, besides maybe the Ian Miles Chong break there. But it's every single day, and I don't know, man. It's just it's old. That's my view on it. I know people could say, "Oh, well, Ralph, he's trying to dodge it when the drama's about Andy or about him." Well, I've addressed it, and talking about it every single day. I don't know. Like, really, I shouldn't have even come on here and talk about it, but you guys were already, going on about it, and I happened to have the show on, so I figured, why not?
That's fair.
But, in the grand scheme of things, if you're sitting there thinking strategy, you would say, well, it's kind of dumb to even come on here and talk about this, but I figured, might as well come here and represent myself since you guys were talking about it. So
it's like I'm glad that you covered at the start of your show yesterday, which was obviously the Miami thing still happening. I even DM'd you about that because I was like, I wanted to know if that was going on still. Obviously, immediately.
Yeah, we're still going to Miami.
Because people were like, oh, he's not going to have like thingy on the show anymore. And I was hearing this. I think we might have been live doing banter rants at the time. So
now, what I said at the beginning of the show, I mean, I don't know. The audio was cutting in and out, so I'm not sure how much went through. I mean, I'm still going to be doing some stuff with Worski. We're still going to Miami. We're still doing all that. But as far as this drama, and just the Knoxville stuff and all that, it's over as far as I'm concerned on the kill stream. I feel like just you ran out the poll. You ran out the poll yourself.
People want me to smoke weed. It's that bad. I know. Terrible, the show. Show's crumbling over. Sorry, Ralph, carry on.
That's fine. Most people in the audience just don't care. And I really don't think it's that top tier of drama either. It's just kind of, I don't know. That's just my view on it. And we talked about it so many times. And I didn't even want to talk about it the other day, but, I was sensitive to the allegation, oh, Ralph's covering for Andy. He won't even address this. So that's why I brought it up.
So what really, this is the thing, like, was there a reason for why you just decided to disassociate with Zoom so abruptly and get rid of it? Because obviously the show's got, like, it's you versus Zoom, because that's basically what we wanted to talk about. And obviously you said you wanted to disassociate with them, which is, it's your freedom of association. But was it just abrupt? Was it because of something he'd said in a stream, or what was it? What was the reason?
There's several reasons, and I mean, I'm just not gonna get into all the reasons. It's been pretty clear that that Zoom was gonna. And not just the stuff that you see publicly, but stuff that I see as well. That he was going to come. He was going to come for me. He was going to come for Andy, and that's his right. But I'm just going to do my show without him, and that's my right as the host of my show. So that's my decision on that. I'm sure he'll have a lot more to say.
Okay.
And I. Working on a guest on Monday, might have a few things to say as well. But yeah, I just don't want to associate with him, and I feel like most of my audience don't really like him. There is a segment who do, and that's fine. But I get comments every day. Ralph, get away from Zoom. Don't have him on your show. I don't want to hear his voice. And that's
fair. Like I can understand that. I can definitely understand that. Then, if you don't want him on the show, it's your right. I totally get that. But like I say, I'm personally looking forward to the actual Andy Worski and Ralph. Personally, I actually can't wait to see you guys in Miami. That'll be quite funny.
I'm hoping it'll be good. We certainly have a lot of drama momentum, I guess, maybe going into this. So
it could be the break that you were needing, Ralph. Do this something different than a kill stream, but.
There's a few things. Look, I'm sensitive. People think that I'm an idiot and don't understand what's going on, and like I said at the beginning, I had all these comments. Ralph, you didn't see that Zoom was gonna turn on you, that he was gonna go at you. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not. I'm really not dumb. So I am cognizant of what's going on. But, sometimes you have to make decisions when you're a host, and do you really want to get into this stuff? So when I got him out of the Discord and stuff, I mean, I already knew what was going to happen. So it's a calculation, right? Do you want to go into a full battle or not? Or you just want to kind of just let it simmer and not get into it? Now that was my decision for the longest, and I changed my mind.
Yeah.
So that's what happened with that. I don't know.
Who's Null, by the way? Is this something else I'm not even aware of?
Is that Josh?
Null.
That's Josh of Kiwi Farms.
All right, okay. I fucking no idea. Out of the loop myself. But yeah, like I say, it's one of those. I think a lot of people will be looking forward to you coming back on Monday and you taking your hiatus. It was.
And that's what I was gonna say. So, obviously, this wasn't part of the hiatus plan, but I heard you talking about me, and I figured why not come on, talk for a minute. I am sensitive to stuff where people say, well, the show, it's getting a little formulaic and, maybe not as many guests as you used to have. Although, we still had some solid guests recently, but I'll take responsibility for not having as many as we used to and not working as hard as I need to as far as, guest appearances go. And sometimes it is easy to fall into a formula where, we'll have the opening segment and we'll laugh about whatever drama the day is and, have my little monologue at the beginning and then read a couple news stories, take a couple callers. I mean, I can understand why people say, it's kind of fallen into if not a rut, just it's more predictable than it used to be. That's why one thing with Cantwell last night, and in a lot of ways it was a dumpster fire, but in others, it did have at least that unpredictability that he popped on the show because that was not planned at all, and he just happened to pop in, and then we took calls. So that's why I thought last night was still a pretty good show, all things considered. So
you can't abort the retort.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere. And I know it's so funny. People before the show last night, they're like, "What? Gator has quit and Zidane's quit." Zidane's in a place with barely any fucking internet. That's why he hasn't been on the show. No disavowals from Gator, Zidane. The show's not going away. I'm gonna be back on Monday. My internet should be fixed tomorrow. I might try to get Gator somebody to run like a classic kill stream in the slot tonight. I don't know. I haven't decided on that yet, but.
Ricky,
he'll be back on Monday.
Ricky Spanglish is asking you to get the Hodge twins on the kill stream. If you could do that, that'd be fucking ace. They're fucking awesome, the Hodge twins. Hodge twins are amazing. They're fucking funny.
And
those guys.
Ralph, I know that video, the Break On Through music video. You know which video I'm talking about, right? The huge super the kill stream.
Yeah, the intro. Yeah, I love it. Meringue Bad made that.
Play that shit more often. That shit's the most badass shit in the world.
I love that, man. Matter of fact, he said he was working on another one. So I need to get up with him too, actually. But yeah, we'll see.
Cool. What's this? Mike D for 10 saying, when life gets confusing and funny, just think of hamburgers trying to have sex with cows. Oof, lol. What? I'm lost. Yeah, I'm just making sure there's no... Ask Ralph about his weekend getaway with his mod. I'm guessing that's the thing that you said was just a lie.
Yeah, I mean, there's no truth to that at all, so...
That's the blood toker then. Ralph, please DM me. We need to talk from Nicole Narrows for 20. DKK. I don't know who Nicole's is.
I don't know their DM. But, I'll look. Well, maybe they go by another name on Twitter. That's possible too. But yeah, I don't know, man. If there's anything else, I just want to come on and address a few things. I know.
No, that's fair. I appreciate you taking a second out of your day to come on. And
if you have any other questions, I mean, I'm fine with that too. But I got some stuff I'm working on, and I'm trying to plan. Of course, I want the show when we come back Monday to be good. So I'm working on some guests. For
what do you think about AP and Tonka? I'm sure people want to hear about that as well.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I didn't see the stream, but I heard he had a heart attack during the middle of his fucking stream last night, and still
he continued to the end. Yeah,
he keep going for a minute.
Then drove himself to the hospital. Yeah,
this guy's an absolute legend. He's transformed into legend status through that. I would have to say.
What was it? I think Tonka then went in on his kid for like fucking 2 hours a day, and AP's lying in the fucking on his hospital bed. right now, and it's just like talking shit about how he's a bad father and stuff like that. And it's just like, yeah, it's kind of
yeah. I mean, that's about as low as it gets. I don't know, man. And they had to hit him with a defibrillator. I'm assuming that
Twice.
means his heart stopped, right?
No. He was awake when it happened, so I think they were trying to fix it.
Yeah, okay. So maybe it was
twice.
really low. Maybe it was kind of beating
He had
low.
to
Or
get
something.
3 stents put in. One artery was blocked, and the stent he had in was blocked. So he's kind of like all fucked up. But he stayed the same level he was doing for the whole was it? So he's been. I think he's in the hospital bed right now.
Yeah.
Just
It's crazy.
Yeah, absolute legend. I don't know. I didn't hear about it till this morning, and somebody tweeted at me, and yeah, I wish him the best, obviously.
So Onion Wizard Onion Wizard donated before, asking, Lord Akira ever donated to the train gang? That would be the same info Ralph did. If so, Onion Onion Wizard is here. Let me just bring them in 1 second. I'm going to take you out for a second as well, Chino. All right. Onion Wizard,
yourself.
if you want to unmute yourself, you sent a donation through before, something about a train gang or something. I don't even know what this shit is. What is this stuff? Would be interesting to know if Lord Akira ever donated to the train gang. They would have the same info Ralph did. If so, but
well, Onion Wizard was the one that
What's
was yesterday saying that Gator left the kill stream in the chat yesterday.
Yeah, as far as the Lord Akira thing goes, I absolutely did not dox him. I don't know how more clear I can be about that. I actually talked to him on the phone for 2.5 hours after, and he seemed to he's like, well, I'm sorry, I should have messaged you first, and I was like, yeah, you know what, I shouldn't have got so angry. And he's like, I don't believe and then he went out and started saying a bunch of shit yesterday. So I don't know. It is what it is. I talked to him. Yeah.
They unmuted and left. That was strange.
Yeah. So I thought we had it kind of straightened out on the phone call, but then I see screen caps where he's saying a bunch of shit. That's his right. But
did you also hear about Dark V he's been apparently not doing so well as well, health wise?
Dark V, I haven't talked to him recently.
He posted on
reach
Twitter
out to him then.
Saying he's feeling a bit better, but he was pretty not doing so well health wise. So but he seems to be getting better. So I think he had a bit of a turn yesterday.
Dark V, so I didn't see him looking. Oh yeah, I see that now. Holy shit! I didn't even see that.
I was like,
well, I'm glad you told me that because I need to actually send him a message.
Yeah. I was like, AP had a heart attack. Dark V is feeling not well. I was like, shit, Cog, better watch out.
Yeah, I've been a little bit out of the loop, especially today. I just happened to turn on your show, and of course I saw the title, and I was like, okay, well I'll listen for a minute, and then some things are being brought up, so I was like, well, I'll hop in. I didn't plan to be here this long, but no offense to your show, I was just gonna hop in for a minute, but yeah, it you know how these things go.
No, no, I know what you mean. Like, at least that's what I appreciate is that you've actually come onto the show. You've come on to actually have the chat. I'm wondering how many people are sat in the waiting room to ask you questions. But I don't know how long you want to stay on here for.
Let's see how many.
There's 6 right now.
Yeah, if you'll just roll them in.
Onion Wizard said that he only joined to say what his super chat said. He left because it was red.
Okay.
We've got another one coming in. Give me a second.
That's the sound of the police.
I've actually I got on mute a few times so you don't hear that coming through. Andy lied to make it look better for Sinead. Looks shit if they talked for so long. Isn't that rather obvious? Well, yeah. But I don't know. Their relationship's on and off like a fucking light switch, so I don't even fucking care about that. Right, let's bring in fucking Andrew from the chat. Andrew, hello there. You having a conversation with your mum or something? Hello? Or you... Andrew, this is amazing.
Miserable.
It's miserable. Exactly, it is. It's exactly that Medica Fembot. Andrew, I'll take you out of the chat. Okay, no worries. Crest, let's try Crest next.
2 teams coming to Sinai.
Crest, hello there. Just dragging you in. Hello there. You're live.
Oh shit! I'm in the middle of a fucking video game.
This is amazing.
Trying to get my Bing Bings and my Wahoo's done, and you interrupt me rudely.
I know. Crest, you're live.
I think all I really wanted to say on all of this shit is I told everyone I fucking super chatted early in Ralph's days, Ralph's YouTube days, that Zoom was basically building up to turn on everyone to build social trust in order for his hit pieces to have weight behind them. And this, like, I'm sure Ralph saw it coming, but I think you played it poorly in the fact that you, by furthering the ones like the leftist doxers, like, you know, the info on Chungus, all that kind of stuff, you helped build up Zoom, this fucking notorious internet pedophile. And he became this figure that ran off with maybe a third of the crowd and has convinced them that, you know, everything he says is true, basically.
Yeah, I mean, look, you could look back at certain strategies and say that those might not have been the right play, but I don't know. That's how it goes, man. I'm going to keep doing my show. And I think, I mean, we still had a pretty good audience last night, even in the face of all this. I'm planning some things. Like I said, I think Monday's show should be pretty good. But yeah, I mean, look, it's hard to disagree with what you said there.
I think that's about all I really wanted to say.
Oh.
I mean, anyone can look at the Foxstick Farms thread. I fucking hate saying that URL. Just change it, you piece of shit. Do something with it. But yeah, anyone can look up his fucking thread and see that this guy has so much info on him that, like, how he got any weight in the right wing is just a fucking mystery. Anyway, you can sunset me or whatever is the nomenclature around here.
No worries. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. And I'll bring Snick in because he said he's a faggot, so we'll see how this goes down. Prepare yourself, I'm sure. Snick, you've been brought in. Hello there. You said you wanted to be dragged in.
No, the person was fucking retarded. Jesus Christ. Tired of hearing the same people say the same shit over and over again when it's already been confirmed. Not a goddamn pedophile, was a fucking troll. Jesus fucking Christ. It just irked the shit out of me. But anyway.
Does it make you angry when people say that about your buddy Zoom?
No, I just hate seeing the same shit. It's
I mean,
like
you seem
spam
upset
mail.
about it though.
Because it's dumb. It's like if someone said that, oh yeah, we're also a pedophile for having Sophon. I'd get annoyed at that too.
Well, I don't have recordings talking about watching pedophile material.
Okay, I don't care about any of that. It was on a live stream. No one's going to do that on a fucking live stream, knowingly.
I don't think those recordings weren't from a live stream. I don't believe.
They were on Blab. Blab TV was live streaming.
I don't know. I have to look back into it.
But anyway, yeah, Zoom wasn't trying to turn on anyone. He was just like, wow, I made jokes and Ralph banned me. That was pretty much it. And he decided to, do what he usually does and fuck around. That was it. Yeah, I don't know what people think it's some. I'm not saying he didn't do anything wrong. I'm just saying it's like there's no reason to bring this super conspiracy like he was working and weaving in the background to do stuff. It was just,
Zoom doesn't do those types of things. Is that what you're saying?
I was just saying he was just doing what.
I mean, every single bit of evidence says that he does do those kinds of things, but you're saying that he doesn't.
He wasn't doing that shit to you. He was just fucking around. It's the same shit I do to you or anyone else, really.
I mean, accusing me of cheating on my wife and spreading that's just fucking around. There's no big deal with that.
It's not an accusation. It's just proof of it. I'm sorry, man. I mean, your wife cheats on you anyways. I mean, it's fair game. I don't give a shit about that. That's
There's
just
no proof
desserts.
of any of that, actually.
Nah, there's enough.
Well, drop it then.
I mean, there's emails. Like, we're in possession of emails of you talking to women. And, I mean, you've admitted to having signs of being unfaithful anyway.
By the way, people are going to spam if you're going to spam a DM with get null on, I'm just going to block you because Josh is not even in the fucking waiting room.
No one fucking cares about Josh. He's not going to come on. Jesus Christ.
People are just so random get null on account that's spamming get null on just block.
I mean, people care a lot more about Josh than they care about you or Zoom, Snick.
I don't give a fuck what people care about. I don't give a shit.
You just said they didn't care, and now you're saying you don't care what they care about.
No, I don't care if they care about me.
Sub-Saharan IQ is shining through again.
No, Ralph, I think this is the Maker's Mark IQ. I was saying I don't care if they care about me, because I don't give a shit about if anyone cares about me.
You said they didn't care about Josh.
Josh is in the waiting room. Right, fine.
No, I was saying no one gives a shit.
We'll tell you what.
And you were saying no.
We'll just get rid of Snick and bring Josh on.
Yeah.
Hey, damn it! I wanted to ask him, Snick, do you suck that guy's dick because it tastes like a 6-year-old's asshole? Every fucking time anybody speaks up about fucking Corey, he's there on his fucking knees sucking that dick every goddamn day. I can't fucking listen to anybody talk about him without hearing about him. Sorry. I was pent up. I was very.
It is kind of strange. I don't know, but
No snip on a snake. Jesus. I mean, apparently there's Akagen also joined the Discord. I don't know if that's the real Akagen, but
the famous Akagen.
Well, there was an account Akagen, the hate. What does it say? The hate crime engine. I don't know if that's a troll account. It look like him, but if it is the real him, you owe AP $5.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't imagine what he would want to say. He'd probably want to yell at Ralph because I don't even know the lore with Akagen. I just knew that one day he was like co-hosting Tonka's show, which was a poor decision in terms of
poor decision if you go on Tonka's show.
Well, I went on Tonka's show and people got mad at me for it, but I didn't offer to fucking co-host it. That wasn't good long-term planning on his part because that shit didn't last but for like another month.
it didn't end up working out. No.
Yeah, I mean, you've also had fucking Kraut was on yesterday, I believe, trying not to gloat about the Andy thing. So, but that's just Kraut, though. You know what I mean?
Sorry, I literally just went to yell at Snick. I don't have anything to say.
All right, Josh. Yeah, I'm about to drop out too, man. I'm just gonna go do some other shit.
Yeah,
I
works.
swore I wasn't gonna get involved with this shit today, but yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for having me on. Though. I appreciate it.
No
All right,
problem, Ralph.
see you later.
All right, peace out, guys.
Later.